Survive the Killers. Survive the Killers is one of those Roblox games that had players hooked with its intense gameplay, but it quickly ran into some serious issues that led to its ban. The premise is simple. You're thrown into a world where you have to run for your life and avoid killers chasing you across different creepy maps. At first, it's just a lot of fun. You're trying to outsmart these killers, each one with their own abilities, and you have to survive as long as possible. It's fast-paced, keeps you on edge, and is honestly kind of addicting. But things started getting dicey when people realized that some of the killers in the game were based on characters from horror movies and popular media, making them look pretty violent. While the game wasn't super graphic, some players felt like it was a bit too dark and violent for Roblox, which led to a lot of complaints from parents and concerns about the game's content. Eventually, Roblox decided the game crossed the line and banned it for violating their rules on violence and inappropriate themes. Some players were upset about the ban, arguing that it wasn't much different from other survival games on the platform. But in the end, it was clear that Survive the Killers was just too much for Roblox's standards. Shower Simulator. Shower Simulator is a Roblox game that blew up for all the wrong reasons and ended up getting banned. The game starts out simple enough. You're in a shower, and your job is to, well, shower. But things get weird really fast. At first, it seems like just an odd, quirky game. But as you keep playing, you start noticing some strange and uncomfortable stuff. The shower's not just a regular shower. There are strange avatars, weird physics, and some seriously off-putting background elements that don't really make sense. The more you play, the weirder it gets. Random text pops up and it starts feeling less like a game and more like a test to see how far the creators could push things. It becomes clear that the game wasn't really made for younger players, and it crosses some serious lines when it comes to what's acceptable in Roblox. Eventually, Roblox banned the game. And while some players were shocked, others were like, yeah, it had to happen. The game was taken down pretty quickly after, and its creators faced the consequences for trying to push things too far. Shower Simulator stands as a reminder that sometimes games can go from weird to inappropriate really fast, and Roblox wasn't having it. Pokemon Brick Bronze. Pokemon Brick Bronze was a fan favorite on Roblox, offering players a chance to dive into the world of Pokemon in a whole new way. The game let players catch, battle, and train Pokemon, all while exploring a custom world inspired by the beloved franchise. It was one of those games that took the core ideas from Pokemon and added its own unique spin. The gameplay felt pretty close to the original Pokemon games, with gym battles, wild Pokemon to catch, and a rich world to explore. Players could walk around, challenge other trainers, and collect all kinds of Pokemon, making it a dream come true for any fan. People loved the adventure and the nostalgia it brought, but the reason it's banned is because it used official Pokemon content without permission. Despite the game being extremely popular, the creators didn't have the rights to use Pokemon's characters, names, or other intellectual properties. That led to a legal takedown from Nintendo, who owns the rights to Pokemon. Roblox had no choice but to remove the game, even though many players were devastated. Pokemon Brick Bronze remains a reminder of how far fan-made games can go before they run into legal trouble. While it offered an amazing experience, it couldn't escape the reality of copyright laws. Notoriety. Notoriety was a popular Roblox game that let players team up and pull off heists, similar to the game Payday. It was all about planning, executing, and escaping after committing robberies, and it caught the attention of many Roblox players who enjoyed action-packed, strategic gameplay. In Notoriety, players could choose from a variety of heists, including bank robberies and jewelry store heists. The game required teamwork, as players had to work together to plan their attack, crack safes, and avoid getting caught by the police. The thrill of pulling off the perfect heist kept people coming back for more, and it became one of the go-to games for those who loved strategy and action. But despite its success, Notoriety got into trouble because of its violent content and themes. Roblox has strict rules about promoting violence, and Notoriety's focus on robbery and crime cross those boundaries. The game, while not overly graphic, involves shooting, stealth, and criminal activities, which didn't sit well with Roblox's moderation team. Eventually, Notoriety was banned from the platform for violating Roblox community guidelines. Although the game had a loyal fan base, Roblox decided that the game's violent content didn't fit with the platform's overall family-friendly environment. Even though Notoriety's run was short-lived, it left a lasting impression on Roblox players, showing how easily a game that focuses on crime and violence can be removed from the platform. Boys and Girls Dance Club. Boys and Girls Dance Club was one of those Roblox games that seemed innocent at first, but ended up getting banned for some very questionable content. The game was pretty straightforward, a virtual dance club where players could hang out, dance, and socialize with others. It was meant to be a fun, casual game where players could interact and enjoy music together. But things got a little out of hand. While the concept of a dance club isn't bad, the game quickly became a hotspot for inappropriate behavior. Players started using the game as a space to engage in strange and often inappropriate interactions, with many of them pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable for Roblox's younger audience. The club's environment became less about dancing and more about players chatting and sometimes showing off borderline behavior that violated Roblox rules. The game included chat features that were used for inappropriate conversations, and the design of the game didn't do much to discourage this kind of behavior. Eventually, Roblox had no choice but to step in and ban the game for violating their community guidelines. The game's use of the social space for inappropriate content made it clear that not all virtual hangouts are as harmless as they seem. Boys and Girls. Dance Club's banning serves as a reminder that even seemingly innocent games can turn into a place for rule breaking, especially when moderation isn't enough to control player behavior. Need More Time was a game that got attention for all the wrong reasons. It started with a simple idea, giving players a mysterious, suspenseful escape experience, but it quickly became one of Roblox's most infamous and banned games. At first, Need More Time seemed like just another spooky survival game where players had to escape a creepy environment before time ran out. But it didn't take long for people to realize that the game's dark themes and eerie atmosphere were pushing Roblox limits in ways that weren't exactly kid-friendly. Players found themselves trapped in a strange place with time ticking down, solving puzzles to escape. What started as a basic survival game quickly took a disturbing turn, with unsettling visuals, creepy sounds, and violent elements that caught everyone off guard. The game was packed with disturbing content, eerie imagery, uncomfortable scenarios, and the constant pressure of the countdown made it way too intense for Roblox's family-friendly audience. It was clear the developers had taken things too far, creating an experience that didn't belong on the platform. It wasn't long before Roblox stepped in and banned Need More Time for violating its terms of service, sparking debates about what's acceptable on the platform. The game's short but controversial existence is a reminder that even in virtual worlds, creators have to respect the platform's rules. In the end, Need More Time showed just how far some developers are willing to go to test boundaries, even if it means breaking them. Roblox High School. Roblox High School was one of the most popular role-playing games on the platform, where players could live out their high school dreams. You could attend classes, hang out in the cafeteria, and customize your character with tons of outfits. The game gave players the chance to experience a virtual school life, meeting friends, going to events, and living out all the typical high school experiences. At first, it seemed like just a fun, lighthearted game for players to relax and roleplay. You could create your own high school persona, take part in school activities, and explore a big virtual campus. It was one of those go-to games for anyone who loved role-playing and had a fascination with school life. However, the game wasn't without its issues. Some players began using the game as a place to engage in inappropriate behavior. While Roblox High School didn't start out this way, over time, the social aspects of the game were used for bullying, inappropriate chats, and other negative behaviors that went against Roblox's rules. The developers did their best to moderate, but the sheer size and popularity of the game made it difficult to keep everything under control. Eventually, Roblox took action and banned the game for violating community guidelines. While the game itself wasn't necessarily bad, it had become a space for problematic behavior, which led to its removal from the platform. Roblox High School's ban highlights how even a game with innocent intentions can face consequences when it's misused by players. Sonic Eclipse Online. Sonic Eclipse Online was an ambitious Roblox game that let players dive into the world of Sonic the Hedgehog. It aimed to capture the speed, action, and iconic characters from the Sonic franchise, but unfortunately, it ran into serious trouble and was eventually banned from Roblox. The game allowed players to take control of various Sonic characters like Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and others, each with their own unique abilities. Players could race through levels, battle enemies, and even interact with other players in a multiplayer setting. The game recreated some of the fast-paced action that made Sonic famous, and fans loved the chance to experience it in Roblox's open-world format. However, despite its popularity, Sonic Eclipse Online faced a big problem. It used Sonic the Hedgehog characters and assets without permission from Sega, the company that owns Sonic. The game relied heavily on content that was copyrighted, and it wasn't long before Sega took notice. With the legal issues piling up, Roblox had to step in and remove the game for violating intellectual property rights. While many players were disappointed by the game's removal, it served as a harsh reminder that fan-made games can only go so far before they hit legal roadblocks. Sonic Eclipse. Online's short run on Roblox is a perfect example of how even the most well-loved fan projects can face consequences when they use copyrighted content without permission. If you enjoyed the video, you can subscribe to the channel for more amazing video game content. Thanks for watching, and see you on another journey.